Right, this is the Crazy Chef, and we're in our Polish kitchen today again, and we're going to do a rabbit stew. Now, I haven't had rabbit for 40 odd years, I can't remember, a long time in the UK, but it seems to be a popular thing in Poland. So we've got rabbit that comes with the giblets, Krolik, but it comes with the giblets, but I throw the giblets out. Onion, celery, leek. I've got some button mushrooms, and I'm using rosemary and thyme, in Polish of course, and I've got a nice thick bottom container to cook it in, and I've got some flour to dust the rabbit. I've got some ground black pepper, some Himalayan salt, and some soy sauce, and also I shall use some red wine. The details will be in the blog, but I will process it. I'll do it as I go. I'll go to the hob and I'll do it as I go. So hopefully it'll be a nice rabbit stew. Okay, so you won't see much of me because I can't be two places at once. Right, okay, I've cut the rabbit up and I've dusted it with flour, added some sea salt and pepper. I've prepared about 3 small sticks of celery, roughly chopped up, a couple of leeks chopped up, got some flour. I've made a litre of stock, chicken stock, out of 3 stock cubes. I've got my butter here. Now what I'm now going to do, I've seasoned the rabbit legs, so I'm now going to put in a large frying pan, or it's a bowl actually, it's not a frying pan, it's here. I'm going to put in about 25 grams of butter, just roughly measured out, I haven't weighed it, it's just a quarter of a slab. Okay, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons full of olive oil, but I haven't got a tablespoon, I've only got a dessert spoon, so I had one somewhere. So I'm going to right, I'm going to put about 3 dessert spoons of olive oil. I don't usually use olive oil. I usually use groundnut oil. But anyway, for this I'm using extra virgin olive oil. I'm now going to warm it up. What's going on here? And when the butter's melted, I'm going to put the rabbit in and just brown it off, and then I'll take it out. Right, the oil is hot. I'm now going to put the rabbit legs in. Well, actually, there's arms and legs and a bit of trunk. Haven't got my chef's boning knife with me today, so I'm just have to put it in as. I've got a kidney over, I'll use that later. Okay, I'm just going to let it brown. It'll take a while. Some tongs, turn it over. This will take a while, so it's been going for about 10-15 minutes, and the rabbit legs are brown. I'm now going to set them aside on just going to put them out, not to cool, but just to separate them, just get rid of it for a minute. Nice brown legs, 2 front legs, 2 back legs, and a bit of trunk. If I had my chef's chopper, I'd have cleaned it up a little bit, but I haven't, so I can't. Right, now reduce here. Oh, I've got a little rabbit kidney, I'll put that in. Okay, so now, I'm now going to add the onions, celery and mushrooms and let them soften. There's the... Maybe too much here, but I'll adjust it. The pan is pretty big for what I want to do, so I may add a bit more butter, add a bit more oil. You do it, I call it suck it, as we do in engineering terms, it's called suck it and see, basically. Suck it and see. Now let this soften down a bit. Now I might put a little bit more butter in that, please. I'm going to deglaze in a minute with a red wine. I'm using red wine with this rabbit. You could use white wine. With an Italian flavour, you could put some Italian tomatoes in, or if you're French, olives and things like that. But I'm just going to do a bog standard onion, leek, mushrooms. We're running out of beer, so I'll have to ask the cameraman to get some more beer. Okay, this will take a while to soften up, and as soon as it softens up, right, the onions, leeks and mushrooms are now softening. So I'm now going to stir in 2 tablespoons or sort of tablespoons of flour. This will be a sort of thickening agent for these dessert spoons. So and I'm going to what is known as deglaze the pan with some red wine. I won't measure the red wine because I haven't got time. So I just put a bit of red wine in. Deglaze of the pan. Make sure all the goodness is off the base of the pan and not stuck to the bottom of the pan, basically. I'm now going to return the rabbit legs. We've got a lid, put the rabbit legs back. Or legs, or whatever they are, I mean, unless they're legs. So 2 front legs, 2 back legs, and a bit of trunk, because I haven't got my chopping knife to chop it a bit. So there we are. Let's just put this back in. This is going to look rather nice. Okay. I'm now going to put the chicken stock in, 1 litre of, top it up to 1 litre of chicken stock. Now, this is basically, oh fuck, it's alright, my wine's just gone on the floor. I'll have to clear that up. Okay, right, see, we only do one shot here, so you get all the crap as well. Okay, so that's nearly a litre of chicken stock, which is basically 3 chicken stock cubes and a litre of water. I'm now going to put the lid on. See, my table is cluttered. That's why the wine went over. And fortunately, most of it was rescued. So I will let that settle in for a bit, come to a boil. When it comes to the boil, I'll simmer it for about 60-70 minutes. So let me sort this rubbish out first. Right, everything's tickety-boo. I'm now going to put some more red wine in. I'll have to judge it. How that'll do. I'll always taste it. I'm now going to put, I've got some odd bacon bits here, so I'm going to put some odd bacon bits in. Just purely, if anything, what you want to get rid of anything, just stick it in these stews. I'm now also going to put a bit of, I normally get this from the herb garden, but I'm just going to put in some, tamak. Well, it's in Polish. I just put in a bit of thyme in Polish. And a bit of rosemary, so it goes well with it. Okay. Bit of rosemary in Polish. And, not last, my favourite, I'm going to stick some, I don't want marrow jam, I could put marrow jam in. I'm going to put some oregano or oregano, whatever you want to call it. Oh shit, that's too much. Always do it in your hand so you don't end up putting too much in what you're doing. Oh, I've got some marrow jam here, so I'll just have a pinch of that. Only a little bit, okay? Whatever herbs you've got, whatever you fancy, try it out. Now I'm going to stir it up. Put a bit more stock in. Just make sure the rabbit legs are covered. I bet we'll finish the stock. Suppose I ought to taste it really. Chefs always taste their stuff. Cool, that tastes nice. Put a bit more wine in. Red wine. This is standard red. I haven't made any particular sort of red, just a standard mixed red. Bit of pepper, bit of ground black pepper, and I'm using Himalayan salt from Poland. Believe it or not, I know it's from Poland, but it's Himalayan. And I'll stir it up a bit. I'll bring it to the boil and I'll let it simmer for about just over an hour, 70 minutes. Check that the rabbit legs get soft. And I'll serve it with some new potatoes or some just boiled potatoes. Excellent, that tastes lovely. I'm just going to bring it to the boil and I'm going to simmer it. I'll simmer it for, I don't know, I'll simmer it for 70 minutes and then I'll take the top off to let it gradually get the liquid to reduce. Right, okay. Well, this is a lovely IKEA non-stick, I don't call it a casserole dish, I don't know what you'd call it. Also, I don't know what the Swedish name is, but anyway. I'm just going to stir a little bit of mustard, a little bit of Dijon mustard. A little bit of Dijon. A little bit of Dijon. There we go. Only a teaspoonful. That should be enough. Dijon. Oh, the rabbit legs are nice. They're coming up nice colour. I think they're going to be rather nice. First time I've done this, and it's the first time I've actually it'll be the first time I've tasted rabbit in, I don't know, 40 years. I don't know, I can't remember. I don't think I need any more flour. A bit more salt, a bit more pepper. I don't need to thicken it, it's quite thickening quite nicely. I will do put a little bit of light soy sauce. I always like doing that. Either that I use Worcester sauce quite often, but this one I use light soy. can't taste the wine, so I might put a little bit more wine in. That's it now, otherwise I'll spoil it. A lot of this, you just got to do it by taste. When you've been cooking for a while, you just got to do it by just trial and error, really. Oh, too much wine. Probably right. If you add too much wine, just add a bit more water or something. Anyway, let it simmer for now an hour. And I'm now going to put the top on. And I'm going to clean my rubbish up. Right, we have been simmering for about half an hour. I've got about another half an hour to go. I'll just lift the lid. Slightly bubbling. It's a lovely thickish stock. So you've got leek, you've got celery, you've got tomatoes, you've got some thyme, and basil and all this stuff that I use. Use your favourite herbs. Rosemary and thyme goes well with rabbit. I wouldn't normally put the spoon back in, but since it's for me, it's a chef's special. Anyway, it's red hot, so I'm sure it's pretty safe. Right, okay, the old rabbit looks nice and pinkish. And there you go for another half hour. Okay, I'm not going to video. I'll actually give you some stills